Is this thing on? I think we are on. Yes, we are. Hi world, how you doing this evening? Yes, here we go. That's what's up. What's going on, everyone? I want to thank you guys for. Ooh, that's not me. For tuning in tonight to Singly Gay podcast. Trying to make sure I'm here. Okay, here we go. So tonight is a good night. Here's another night. We're at episode 5 of Singly Gay podcast, season 2, episode 5. Yeah, so tonight we're going to be talking about internal discrimination. Can you send this to I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm trying to record at the same time. Um, but while I wait on my guest, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys and kind of talk to you and just say I'm happy to be here. One, I can't believe that we're already in middle of the season of season 2. I've thought about making it like the seasons longer moving forward, probably creating like longer episodes. Well, the episodes are already long, but like making longer episodes probably instead of doing 10 a season. I don't know, probably make it 15 episodes a season. I'm not sure. But I just always want to like to do things simple and keep it very standard. So as of right now, moving forward, it's only going to be 10 episodes a season because I don't want to be dragging certain things out and I don't want to be pulling conversations and topics out of the cloud from nowhere. One, but no, I'm just excited, because I want to just shout out to all the guests that I've had so far on the show because it's really been amazing having them and just having them just come on a platform to discuss certain things with me and talk about certain topics and just actually, drop some jewels and give us some information and things of that nature about what the topics are ahead and what we have discussed so far and what's just been going on. But with that being said, it is a lot more in store for y'all. It's definitely going to be a lot more things happening and coming up. I'm just really, really excited. Me, I'm not going to share everything, but I'm just going to be like just dropping things here and there as you guys see. And just go from there. You never know. You never know who's going to pop up. You never know who's going to be in the room. You never know who I'm going to have. Just never know. But no, I'm just happy that the fan bases is growing. My Judies are growing. We're getting more Judies. People are really getting involved and getting invested in these types of topics and conversation because that's pretty much what I created this platform for because I wanted to be able to come on and talk about certain things and just have a voice and actually get others' opinions and other people's advice about things that I've always thought to discuss about or I've always thought to talk about. Because it's just one of those things like when you have like a little inkling in the back of your brain or certain things that you discuss or things that you talked about like with a group of friends, like you're just like, I wonder if people think like I think. I wonder if people like went through these type of situations and if they have like then let me know what you probably have done differently. Because when you go through your own journey in life and your own experiences and things of that nature, you tend to live by your own ground rules. You tend to just do what fits for you, especially if you're like just like the survival and stuff like that and fight it to the fittest and depending on your background and where you come from, how you grew up, your parents, your upbringing and things of that nature, that just makes you the person that you are today. So with that being said, I'm hoping my guests are ready because I am waiting on them. I told them just to take a little bit more time because I just want to make sure that they don't have no technical difficulties on their end when they jump in. Because I just want to make sure that everybody is good. Things are set up. As you see, I'm set up in my lovely studio here, my little space, my own little shawam going on over here. But no, hopefully, like once they're ready, they would definitely jump right on in. We can definitely get going because our duties for tonight, when they get ready to jump in, is definitely going to be, Miss Lyric Speaks and, Miss Coffee B, going to touch up with them on this topic, because I think this was a conversation that was like brought up like some weeks ago, some months ago. Like this is just something that we've already always talked about or discussed, but just kind of this is us kind of wanted to bring it to the forefront because I know it has been a thought of someone's mind about, this topic of, internal discrimination. And I know people probably looking like internal discrimination, like, what is that? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on here? Um, but I'll just give a little bit because, like I said, I'm waiting on them. When they're ready and they jump in, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be here, and we're just gonna get this thing rolling. Um, but no, the topic for internal discrimination just pretty much just want to touch bases within the LGBTQIA plus community and just try to figure out how we can still become one with each other. We can find better ways to communicate with one another besides, disrespecting each other. Because I mean, it's just so much violence go on in this world. It's just what's the point? Like it's so many different things happening. And I think that if people, just come in with a better mind frame, a better attitude, a better, healthier dialogue, a lot of things can definitely die down and like just it'll just be a better outcome and it won't be too many things happening. So with that being said, like I said, I don't know if they're ready because I'm waiting on them just like y'all was waiting on me. Sorry I was a little late, but I just wanted to make sure everything was squared away, but it's fine. We're here. I'm here. um like I said, hopefully they be jumping in right real quick. I think they're ready. I think they're ready. I'm not sure. Let's see if they're ready. If they're ready, let's bring them on. I said, let's see. Let's see. Let's see, people. Hold on. All right. Y'all
Hey,
ready?
hello.
Hi, I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just
Let's make
can
sure
you
our
hear us?
volumes are up.
Can you hear us?
Yes, it's a little
Okay,
low, but I can hear y'all.
it's a
Okay.
little low.
It's a little low.
Just a little low. Maybe
Just a little.
because probably because it's on the speaker. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
If
probably.
we maybe if we rotate,
That's
will
the
we
joke.
rotate here? Are we still right side up?
Y'all good. I like it.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Uh,
All right, all right,
we're
cool.
here. We're here.
Can you hear us a
I
little
feel
bit
like
better?
so close.
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear y'all.
okay.
Just a little bit, just it's always gonna be something. That's why I'm like, long as the volume is up, I think it should catch on. I think we should be good.
Mm-hmm. Notice how she likes the camera. You see how she cut me up?
Okay, she like got you like halfway cropped out. It's like it's no middle. Like it's like, wait,
That's
how
okay.
close
It's
do
just
y'all
a
get
small
it?
frame. I'll
Oh,
just come in a
it's a,
little bit more. There we go. There we go.
But then
just
you can't see
right.
my shirt.
Okay,
I
see,
was, I was, I was purposely. Where is the camera?
right, like what is like how
Okay.
close
Okay.
are y'all are to the camera? Okay, come on, say her name. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. We ready? We
All
good?
right.
We're in. We're in. So thank you guys. I see a lot of people are still jumping in. Guys, if you are more welcome to comment. If you want to comment, that's what the live stream is for. Hopefully I can see everybody's comment due in this time or maybe later. I'm not sure, but whatever happens, happens. I want to say good evening. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Singly Gay Podcast. Shout out to all my Facebook people and my YouTube folks because I'm also streaming on YouTube right now. So if you
Woo-hoo.
have a YouTube channel and you want to go and check me out, just go and type in Singly Gay Podcast and I will be right there, or Kelly Hines, whatever, which one pops up first. Yeah. So tonight's topic is about eternal discrimination. Yes, eternal discrimination. Definitely did want to touch bases and discuss things about what's happening within the LGBTQIA plus community. There's a lot of letters. Who child? Who voted for that? I don't know. That's took a lot of. But with that being said, I want to introduce my Judies, my special Judies here. Miss Coffee B and Miss Lyric Speaks. How you doing? How y'all doing?
How you
Hey,
Hey,
how
doing?
are
Hey.
you?
doing good. What's going on? Talk to the people. Talk to us.
Nothing much. Just mentally preparing to do this podcast all day.
I've been on
not,
Z's all day.
not mentally prepared. What you had to do? Y'all did some yoga. You did some Pilates. Did you
Well,
stretch?
I just not just, but I got off work and then you got to do your after work decompress and then had to sneak in a little nap. So all that
Mm-hmm.
get your
You pretty
mind
much
right.
we did the same thing because I had to work
I had to
too.
get my hair right.
Nope.
Yeah, she went to the shop.
You had to go.
Yeah, I had to do. Yeah, I had to.
Oh, okay, okay.
Had to get that right.
I know that's right. So come on, I see y'all, rocking these shirts of meaning of Black
This was
Lives
not
Matter.
planned, by the
It
way.
Now,
wasn't
you
planned.
sure?
I'm positive it was not planned.
I already said I was going to wear this because I'm in a Greek org, and so I knew I couldn't wear letters because I have a drink. So in light of the baby we just lost this week, this shirt was originally made for Breonna Taylor, but
Yeah.
there's so many hers whose name we gotta say. So
It's a lot of hers, a lot of hims, and a lot of thems. Okay, you hear
yes,
me?
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
I mean, because the world is just crazy. Things that are happening every day. You don't know what happens once you leave your household. You don't know if you
right,
safe,
right,
even if you just at home. So just like let's just talk about it. Like let's touch on it. We know that the BLM movement have been very very strong. Like it started years ago, but it has been a lot more stronger due to a lot of deaths and things that's just been happening to people of color and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So with that movement, and then just also seeing like all the deaths that's just been happening with
right.
like the Black trans women, and all of those things are coming
Especially.
about. Even
Mm-hmm.
like trans women that's probably been killed from like maybe weeks or months ago that we never knew about and
You
started
never
to
know, right?
surface.
Mm-hmm.
So like where we at? Like where's your thought process on that with all of these things? I know it can just be a lot emotionally, but like
Yeah.
just where you at?
I mean that's a part of when I say I gotta decompress, so I gotta get my mind right. There's so much going on, and we got the justice this week,
Yes.
and as they were announcing the verdict, a 16-year-old baby was killed for defending herself. So it's like even when we're able to celebrate justice, um, before we could clear one hashtag, there's another. So it's hard to deal with. It's hard to take in. Sometimes I'll just get off social media and just play games on my phone, just so you get inundated with that kind of stuff. And as Black and
Yeah.
brown people, it's hard to escape. It's hard. I don't even watch the videos no more. How many times can I watch, my brother, nephew, cousin, friend, lover
Yeah.
get murdered in front of the world?
Mm-hmm. And I'm.
I mean, because I know before, like when these things would happen, like we didn't have cameras back then. Like we
Right.
wasn't able to just put it out there. Like it was like if you was just so happen to walk down the street and see it happen, then you seen it happen.
Right.
So now we're just at an era like everybody pulling out their phone. It's just like I
Right.
wish you.
And I mean, even with the camera footage, sometimes that's not enough. Like, let's take it way back to early '90s. Rodney King, his assault was filmed, and all of those cops were acquitted. So I mean, even with the body cams, they'll turn them off, or they'll say, "Oh, I felt threatened." Sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah, you really don't. Because I just be like, oh well, just I mean, but like just all of that and knowing that we have to band and stand together with
Mm-hmm.
these, situations and things that are happening. Like I'm coming to realize like it's just for some people it's very, very hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
very hard for them to do so. And it's just like we're just at a time where like why? Like why are we still killing one another? Why are we
Right.
still fighting each other? Why just all this black on black crime is just intensified by 35,000 times. Like, why does this just keep happening? Like, why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
I don't want to stand on a soapbox, but I don't really like the term black on black crime because every
Okay.
other community kills their own as well, and no one ever says, "Look at that Asian on Asian crime." So it's
Right.
it's it's. I feel like that's a term that's perpetuated to oppress us even further.
Mm-hmm.
We're not killing each other any more than anybody else is. We're not even killing each other more than the police are. But
Right.
it's highlighted because then that perpetuates the stereotype of we're aggressive, we're violent, we're murderers, we're no good. That perpetuates that stereotype, that black on black crime term. Nobody look at the white on white violence that happens every day. I mean, you know, white guys fight outside of bars because they're drunk.
They want to.
Or do things like they'll catch their lover, and now the whole family got to die.
Oh,
And so I don't want to be stereotypical when I give that kind of example, but no one ever calls it white on white crime. No one ever says Hispanic on Hispanic crime, Latinx on Latinx crime. It's only for us. We're always no matter what we're doing, unless it's positive,
Right.
one person, one black person speaks for the entire community. Always.
And
It's black
I
on
don't
black
even know
crime.
how though.
Huh?
I don't even know how. Like, how does one black person speak? Like, just can speak for all of us. Like,
I feel like that's an oppressive method. That's something they feed down to even us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see two loud people arguing in a restaurant and both of them happen to be black, look at them, ghetto. Look at that. They look. Why they gotta act like that?
Absolutely.
They making us look bad. But if you see Janet and Jim arguing in the McDonald's, you're just like, oh wow, he must have really pissed her off.
okay, like,
No,
what did
but
she
nobody
do?
looks at them and goes, look at that. Look at them just making all the Caucasians look bad. That's horrible. We don't say that. We say that's probably some white shit. But we don't say we don't, pit those John and or Jim and Janet or whoever. We don't make them the poster people for the white people. They're just Jim and Janet. But if me and her arguing, look at them dykes. Look at them black. Look at how they got us looking out here.
Okay, like they just being so
Why can't
disrespectful.
we just be two individuals having an argument somewhere where you can see and hear it?
Right.
I mean, because I feel like we should be looked at like that. Because one, we're human beings first.
Exactly.
One. So if you see somebody having a disagreement or is not, vibing the way that we think that they should, we shouldn't just be like, "Ooh, girl, they just get a little rough. Grab the kids. It's time to go." Because that we just
right.
gotta move. Because if they pull out a gun, I can't. What's gonna happen?
Right.
So it's just like and I get it because like I find myself having to check myself when I see like if I see like some black people get into it, I'm like, child, y'all could have waited till y'all got at home.
Right.
Like right now, all of this, and you know how they feel. Ooh, child, where my shades at? Gotta put them on. But just sometimes in those moments, like I'll just be like, well, let me see what happens because if it gets too out of hand, like we need to be able to start stopping our brothers and sisters when
Right.
it's
Exactly.
like there's no way I should be in fear because I'm like, well, if I go and stop, will I get stabbed?
Right.
Will I get shot? Like
Right.
maybe I should just be like, hey, woo, 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 woo. Just bring it down. It's all right. Like it doesn't have to be whatever this is or this thing that it can make something bigger than what it is.
Right.
I just feel like we have to figure out ways of like healthy dialogue and conversation. Like, why can't it start off at this tone before you get to the bitch and I what the fuck
Right.
and what this bitch and I don't do and these kids and I'm my motherfucking and it's just like why you gotta do you had a bad day today? Are
Right.
you are you okay? Are you on your period?
Right.
You okay? You need some
And you know
Tampon?
what? I think, well, I'll say this for my black people, my black community. A lot of our anger is we got a lot of shit going on, and still, mental health is very taboo in the black community. You know what I'm saying? So that you always see that meme where it's like you never know what somebody's going through. You really don't know what people are going through.
Right.
Exactly.
And then to deal with our own personal internal struggles, and then to have to watch all these hashtags, all these say their names, all this police brutality. If they're not killing us, they're damn near killing us to the point where we're in the hospital for days on end, and then we end up dying anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These are things that we are all facing, whether we realize it or not. We're burnt out, and then you got this pandemic happening, on top of it. So the world as we already knew it is no more. So we're just burnt out. Period.
That part.
I mean, what do you do when you burnt out?
Me
What do you
personally,
do?
I rest. I love me a good nap. But you gotta find ways to reconnect with yourself and reconnect with your community. We're Greek, so all we know is community service. So and it'll be a lot of times where I work from home. I don't go out much, so I'm in the
Yeah.
house a lot. And then, one of the sisters or one of the brothers will invite us out to community service. I'm like, child, I didn't know how badly I needed to bag these groceries for this stranger. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? He like, met the nicest man who, told me his life story, and we're gonna do lunch today. Like, you just never know. Community,
Right.
like we serve the community because that's what we do. But a lot of times, those homeless people or those people who are less fortunate or babies or whoever, they're the ones ends up serving us, because you just never know when you need a smile from someone, or you need to hear somebody's life story, or you
Right.
need, a random baby to come hug your leg. So,
Show me some love.
we serve the community, but we get served back in turn. I feel like no matter what your religion or your practice is, you still need your soul fed. And I feel like the basis of that is always community. So whether it's, the LGBTQ plus community or Black people, Latinx people, however you identify, you need a community.
Exactly. I mean, because I know, lyric, things have been a little rough for you in this pandemic and things. How are you healing over there? Are we good? We two-stepping? Can you do a hustle?
I can't two-step. I can't do none of that.
She
I can't even drive.
She be two-stepping though.
I do not.
No,
I'm healing. It's very difficult, but it's a slow process. It's going a lot slower than I anticipated, but it's getting along. It's getting along. It's getting along.
I mean, that's good because like I said, we still got the pandemic. It's things that we can still figure out that we know how to create for ourselves. It's things like maybe this may be the time for a lot of us Black folks that like to play spades. If you know you weak at playing spades, you should be getting your game up right now. You should be
right.
You should be up here.
I was like, you can't play spades? What?
But I can play every version of Uno. What up?
Can you play Black Uno?
Oh, yeah, I sure can. Got the app on my phone.
Mind you, I still haven't played that game yet. I haven't played Black Uno yet.
I love it. I love anything trivia. I'm a beast. So
you got you. We're here.
Like a hater.
I like trivia. I like trivia games.
Are you about to tell everyone how your fraternity cheated at game night?
No, we're not bringing.
Oh, okay.
Because
like
we did not cheat.
Too late, y'all brought it up. Tell me about it. I want to listen.
No, they were hating. We did not cheat.
You sure?
Cheat. I'm positive.
Who was keeping score?
One of the cheating ass.
No.
Like
this guy is.
Okay, go, child. Look.
So one of the I know we're talking about like internal discrimination in terms within our Black community, but I'm in a lot of LGBT groups, and I'm floored by the amount of discrimination within our own community
against all the letters,
whether it be racism, whether it be because you're trans, whether it be because you identify a certain way, or whether you like certain things that someone else doesn't like. Like I'm floored by that, and I feel like we have enough discrimination outside of our community, but to have it inside of our community, I think is
detrimental.
I'm just floored by it, and it's something that doesn't get talked about a lot. I wish that we would learn to, especially within our own community, I wish that we would learn just to accept us as we are. We have a hard enough time having, other people to, heterosexual community to accept us, but to be discriminated against within our own community.
I mean, you kind of just answered it. You answer your own question without knowing that you answered it.
Yeah, it's education, and I feel the community, our community has evolved over the years. So as we evolve, our likes and our wants change as we grow. But just because I may not like something doesn't give me the right to discriminate against you because you like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's for me, that's a big issue, especially when I put my heart and soul in the community. Like, I've served the community for so many years, and it's very disheartening. And I find myself getting, sometimes discussions will go in a group, and I find myself battling back and forth between people trying to educate them, like, this is not right. How can you discriminate against someone who is gay or bi, whatever? This is our community. And so sometimes I have to, like, try not to allow it to trigger me to get into these discussions, because I'll be battling all day long.
Yes, you will.
Yes. So
You definitely
I
will.
had to learn not to engage sometimes.
I mean, and the reason being is because it's like I said, certain things that you have already spoke upon, like you kind of answered your questions, right? With that being said, the reason why, and I know and I get it, like we shouldn't really be discriminating against one another. But the reason why it makes it allowable, and it makes it so easy to do, because the people that are doing it are still discriminating to themselves. You understand?
Yes.
So if I'm discriminating to myself, in my mind, it's already the right thing to do. And because now I'm going to do it to you because I feel like it's the right thing to do and it's okay and it's not okay. And it's kind of hard when like you just said, why can't we just come together if the straight community don't want to accept us? Right. So why can't we just accept us as a whole? Because guess what? It's like high school. When you want to go hang out with the popular kids, and the popular kids don't want to hang out with you, so they kick you to the side, they turn you into Carrie and pour pig's blood on you. Now you, like, because it's a thing, it happens.
Right.
Everybody wants to be seen and heard and loved so much, they will do all the bad shit to do it, to get it. It's not like, oh, let me go to this soup kitchen and go and do this to show how good of a person that I am. Or no, let me go and plan this clothing drive with my friends and just let me go ahead and do this to give clothes to kids and families and all of this stuff. Or let me just go ahead and plan like a back to school picnic for the kids because I know it'd be hard for the parents. Like that's the mindset that people should be in because that's what they should be doing.
Right.
But the fact that it's people feel like it's only a few seats at the table that I gotta knock you down because you can't get my seat. And I need this seat because I worked for it. But it's just like whether you are alive or dead, you're not gonna get that seat. Can we talk about it?
Facts.
Yep.
Do anybody want to pull out the chair?
Facts.
Do y'all want to put the name tag on there?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, because the people that be wanting a seat at the table don't want to bring nothing to the table.
And I'm gonna go ahead and ruffle some feathers, stir this pot. That is the reason we have so many. First of all, we created LGBTQ Greek letter organizations because we were shunned from Divine Nine. You know what I'm saying? I know people who pledged one sorority or fraternity in D9, and they've been inactive since the 90s because their chapter brothers or sisters or whatever, don't want them at the events or don't invite them to things. So that's why we even branched off. That's why we exist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, so many of us exist because everybody wants to be seen. We're losing that sense of community. We're losing that sense of, oh yeah, I see her organization. Invite her to community service and invite her chapter and let's all do community service together. We've lost it. I don't know the last time I did community service with an org that's not in TK5. If anybody's watching, they don't know what TK5 is. TK5 is our Greek lettered family. We have 5 organizations under one umbrella, one family. Phi Nu Kappa for feminine, lesbian, bisexual, straight women. Alpha Psi Kappa for dominant lesbian women. Kappa Psi Kappa for homosexual, bisexual men. KISS Kappa Iota Sigma for women of trans experience. I'm always gonna plug.
You better go ahead.
Okay.
Alpha Omega Kappa for men of trans journey experience. So that's our family. And we exist because we saw that need and we feed that need.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to necessarily be shady when I say that's why we have so many orgs, but that is why we have so many orgs. We have our 5. There are other families out there. There are other individual orgs that exist. But when I crossed in 2009, there was maybe a dozen of us, maybe.
Okay.
And now in 2021, I can't even keep up. There's at least 100. But
it's always a new one every week. It sounds like to me.
Everybody want to be the head of the table instead of just sit back like, girl, no, you go ahead. Y'all eat this week. I'm good. I'll help in the kitchen though. I'll go stir some pots. But everybody wants to be at the front of the table or the head of the table instead of being okay with taking the back seat or being okay doing things behind the scenes. You don't always need recognition. I can't tell you how many sorors, bros, angels. Again, I'm plugging y'all. Sorry, but how many of my Greek letter family have come to me? They need to talk in the middle of the night, or they need $40 for groceries, or they need, hey, my light bill is short. And that's not nothing I ever repeat to nobody because that's not anybody's business, and I don't do it for recognition. I do it because my family needs me. That's
exactly.
why I cross. And so we get away from that, and it becomes a battle. It becomes no, we're the best. Y'all, please, what y'all doing? We're doing a lot. We're doing it behind the scenes though, because we don't need accolades. We're doing it because this is what's in our heart.
Right? Exactly.
I
mean, look, I'm with you. I'm with you. And here's another plug for y'all. If anybody that's watching this live and y'all didn't catch anything my sister said and you missed anything, please make sure you go check out last week's episode about family affair with my Talk Apple Pie family, okay? That's how you gonna do that.
That part, which was an excellent podcast, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, child. That was a lot of work putting that thing together. You know how hard it is to get people on the same schedule? Child, the struggle was...
That child did not keep no real hours.
When I tell you,
she worked at the post office, so her hours be bananas.
Her hours be crazy. She either gonna be late or she gonna be just to miss the bus. I'll be like,
or she gonna call you on the way home.
Okay, she be like, I'm sorry, I'm late, but I'm right here.
I just want you to know that.
I just want you to know I'm coming.
In this conversation.
Listen, the only thing Helani gonna respond back is I'm tenured.
I'm 10 years. I did my work.
Crazy.
I mean, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is where, like, within the community, it's all about fun, laughs, information. Like, this is what we should be doing for each other. Because I was going to say, when you were saying, like, folks just want to be ahead of the table and need to see so bad. I'm not going to lie. I would be the one. I don't mind being in the kitchen, wiping down the wall.
Right.
Mopping the floor. Because I don't want you to see me. Like, I don't need to. I already know where my seat is at. I know where my placement is.
Right.
You know? So I wouldn't have to throw out what I've done or what I'm doing or what I've been doing. My work speaks for itself. If you don't know my work doesn't know you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then. Okay, I'll drink to that too.
But you know what? Even when she was saying how, like, you know, she tries not to engage people in these groups, it's hard. I'll be at it all day. I promise. I'll be the main one to run up on somebody's status. Like, that is not the word. You do not get to call people that. You do not get to say that about these people. Like, I'm an everybody ally. Yes. I'll run up on your public post. I'll run up on your private post.
Okay.
But I feel like some of that is willful ignorance. In
it
2021, we have all the information we could ever need about anything, literally at our fingertips. A computer, an iPad, a phone. You're able to look. It ain't like, you know, this is the 90s. We got to go get an encyclopedia from the library, right? And we got to wait because we owe a book.
Okay. So, you gotta pick up the newspaper.
This a device out your pocket and Google anything. Like, so I feel like even some of it is education, but I feel like you have to take accountability for being uneducated as well. It's 2021. You know, all the lyrics to Megan's new album, which is not dope. You know, all the lyrics to, you know what I'm saying, Lemonade. You can do all the dance moves, but you don't know that you're not supposed to call a trans person or intersex person a hermaphrodite. Like, these are things you know.
And she took it way back with that one.
Because I've seen it in a group.
Wow.
And again, you don't get to call people that. That's not the term. That is incorrect. You call someone with both genital things happening down there, you call them intersex, because that is what they are. You don't call them hermaphrodite because that is, you know, that's not the term. That is incorrect. You call someone with both genital things happening down there, you call them intersex, because that is what they are. You don't call them hermaphrodite because that is what they are. You don't call them intersex because that is what they are. You call them intersex because that is what they are. politically incorrect.
I say, do you call your mama? And look, I'll be the one to jump on their post like, do you call your mama that?
But I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be on a soapbox all night.
Look, when I tell you I'm with you, I'm with you.
Because it is something that and it's everybody against everybody for no reason. Like, you would look at me and think, oh, she doesn't get discriminated against. Lie, because I'm a feminine, heterosexual presenting woman. So when I tell people I'm a lesbian, I gotta get, oh, so you never had sex with a man? First of all, that's none of your business. Second of all, don't put me in a box, because I might feel like I'm a lesbian this week and I might tell you I'm queer next week. And when I tell you I'm queer, that still just means I'm not heterosexual, but it's also none of your business. So, you know what I'm saying? Trans people get it. Oh, let me see what's in your pants. What was your name at birth? You don't dead name people. You don't do that. Yeah. You don't ask anything about their past life without them offering you that information. Bisexual women get it the worst. Oh my God. They get called dick dykes. They get called, they're not a lesbian, because how could you be a lesbian and you got 5 kids? Well, I thought it was, and now I'm not. Sexuality is very fluid, and I'll be the first to tell you that. But we give it so hard to each other, even with studs. Oh, okay, how many kids you got? I know you got a baby mama. And you ain't never had sex with a man. I know you had sex with a man. Look at you. I know what's up under that. It is some of it is really just mean girl shit. Like, why? Like, you're just like, I'll see, like, in these lesbian groups or these queer groups, you'll see it literally every day. So how y'all feel about bisexual women? Why? Or do you want to date one? Are you a bisexual woman? Like at this point, it's just kind of like beating a dead horse. Like, and everybody dog piles on. Oh no, I'll never date a bisexual woman. Oh, they don't know what they want. They just confused. They just want to play around with women. They're gonna go speak some dick.
Usually the people that's making those comments don't have no one.
Anything. If we're not in a monogamous relationship, what I do with my body is my business.
Boom.
What was that you said, Kelly? I'm sorry.
I said people that's usually making those type of comments, they don't have nobody. They alone in their bed with their pillows and covers.
That's precisely it.
That's all that is. That's why if anybody come at me at that way, I shut it down real quick. When I'm like, bitch, I'm a lesbian. You go figure it out. You can't tell me nothing. They be like, wait, you a what? I'm a lesbian. But how you? It's none of your business.
Mind your business.
The fact that I said lesbian and I'm a male threw you off. You have nothing else to give to me.
Right.
It's called dry brain syndrome from slow bitches.
Right.
But you know, even the non-binaries get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're
yeah.
If I tell you I'm non-binary, you're still going to call me she and her, because that's what you see. You can't wrap your mind around me being a they. Because what do you mean you're they? You're a she. You're clearly a she. You got breasts, you got an ass. You're a she. What the fuck are you talking about? But if I tell you no, I'm neither, and I'm they, that should be the end of the conversation. But you get, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They're confused. They don't know who they are. They're just having an identity crisis. Confusion
comes up a lot.
A lot. But here's the thing about you thinking someone else is confused about their sexuality or their gender identity. You're the one that's confused, because it's literally none of your business. I'm a big mind of business person.
That part too. And I hate when people do that. I hate when people do that, because if you be like, but how, especially when people get on but you was born a female and you was born a male and this and that. I said, honey, look, let me tell you something. If we want to make this very difficult, right? When the parents are pregnant, you know, we are fetuses. Right. So for the males, even if we are males, for the males that don't know, we start off with a vagina first before everything drops. The fuck? Like, that fucking irks me. Because I be sitting here like, we are fully grown, we out of the womb, we're on earth. Yes, we have body parts that were pertaining to us or whatever we are. But I feel like if you're gonna take it that far, know these things. Don't take it this far and be stupid. I don't like a stupid person that's just angry and full of hate and still dumb. You pick a struggle. Either you're gonna be educated and a hater, or you're just gonna be dumb and a hater, and still don't know nothing. Like, you just can't do it. And then when you attack the people, especially when you attacking them with knowledge, they're gonna come off defensive and say something else dumb because in that moment they don't realize you just told us you was dumb.
Yeah. Right.
I hit you with knowledge. I struck a nerve. You wanted to come to me with some dumb shit, and you still sounded dumb.
Right.
Just dumb. Just I don't like. I just that's why I just shake my head. I just be like, when
Sometimes that's all
somebody
you
say
can
something
do.
stupid, I just have to. Mm-mm,
So I have
mm-mm.
a question for you, Kelly. So
Yeah.
have you been discriminated against within our community?
Do you see me? I'm flawless as shit. Who wanted to discriminate against my ass?
And if you
I
have,
get
like, how
I
did
get
you handle it?
discriminated about men. I get discriminated about women, especially when they're gay and straight. Oh, and don't let me get hit on by a straight woman. I'm like, oh, thank you. You got a brother? You got a... She's like, what do you mean? Do you have a brother? You got a cousin? Where? Matter of fact, where's your daddy? Did he
I
divorce
was
your
gonna say,
mama?
where's daddy at?
Like what? But no, I don't like. I just handle it with grace, honestly. But like I said, I really attack from education and knowledge because once you do that, they have nothing for me. They
Mm.
have nothing for me. They can't tell me nothing. They can't say nothing. Cause I remember like growing up, I used to hate when people be like, "You like guys? So you like dick? You ain't ever want to know pussy? Like, have you? You might just need to feel it one time. I feel like if you feel it one time, you just gone. I
I
just
feel
be
like
sitting here
those
like,
kind of conversations are just so inappropriate, though.
yeah,
And I mean, even I get it. Like, just walking down the street, I'll be like, no, no, thank you. I'm a lesbian.
oh,
Bye. It's my favorite thing to say.
okay.
Oh, you just need some dick. You ain't had the right dick. Sir, have you had the right dick? Did you try some dick today? You
Oh,
try some dick today and tell me how that dick was. And then maybe I
the
will.
crazy thing is when they be like, you haven't tried the right dick or you ain't get good dick. I be thinking like, how would you know the dick is good? See, I gotta hit them with the words. Like, how you know? How you know that?
Right.
How you? So it was good. Did you have it like 2 days ago? Three?
I think it's just inappropriate.
I'm still
Because maybe
surprised.
I had a dick yesterday and I still didn't like it. And then
Like,
what? You can't debate with someone about how they identify. First of all, I'm a big firm believer in sexuality is fluid.
it's very
So
fluid.
maybe she was straight last week, and this week she decided she wanted to eat some cats. And that is her prerogative. Like
Okay.
I'm just really a firm believer in just respect whatever people want to identify as long as whatever you identify as not hurting me or anyone around me or harming a child, you identify as a motherfucking vacuum cleaner.
Oh my
If
God.
that's what tickles your pickle, you want to be a vacuum that's solely attracted to record players, that is not my business. I am neither one. I cannot tickle your pickle. I am not your bag of tea. So that's fine. But again, unless it's you and that person, whatever they're doing is literally none of your business.
I think that they ask those type of questions because they actually want to try it.
I'm
The
sure of
next
it.
the next time a dude roll up on me like that, I'm like, hey, give me your ass, nigga.
I think a lot of it is self hate.
It definitely is. It's self hate.
So when men hit on me, so does that mean they want to try a stud?
No,
Is that what it is?
They may just be
Because
attracted
I
to
get
you.
hit on, and I just be like, "Are you
But
kidding
you,
me?"
but you are still a woman. And if he's a man that's attracted to women,
Right.
it doesn't matter what you're wrapped up in. He still knows you're a woman.
Let me
A
tell you
woman.
something. I have got hit on by so many different type of people. That's why I'm like, for me, I'm always gonna look that whatever somebody say, even if it's disrespectful, you have a wondering mind. You really want to try it, but your way of not trying to be nice about asking about something you want to try, you just want to be a dick about the
Right.
situation. Like, and it's okay because I'm gonna let you do that, but I'm still gonna do me. Like, and child, whew, this story is so old. I don't think I ever told this story to anybody, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I don't even think anybody's watching this live, and a person might not even know who they. Matter of fact, they're not gonna know that I know this. So when I was younger, I say like 17, 18.
I mean, you're only like 12 now.
I know, right? I'm 12. Like, I had a cousin that used to like be so mean to me and always wanted to fight me for just, being gay, or when I just came out gay. I really didn't come out, but just being gay and being myself at the time. And he used to, oh, you be letting them niggas bend you over and do all this and da 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 da. And I'm just like, why would I want to do in my bedroom is the issue for you. And I don't even discuss what I do in my bedroom. Right. So that happened. Fast forward up to a little bit of speed time. So this was a particular day I was home. I guess the grown-ups didn't know that a kid was in the house because I was in the house, knocked the fuck out. I had to take a nap. A bitch was tired. Okay. So come to find out that this particular cousin liked his ass ate. I said, oh. I said, you do. Okay. I mean, granted, he's getting it done by a woman. But my thing is, I'm not saying every sexual act is gay. But like you said, I believe that sexual things and sex is very fluid. So I feel like before you start attacking me about something that I'm doing, make sure what you doing nobody know. Because that conversation was so over. I was just like, look at this straight men talking like gay bitches and bitches. Like y'all see him talk about how y'all. I mean, I wasn't gonna let her do it at first, but then again, it felt so good, and then I'm in the crack of the window, like the shits. Okay, the motherfucking shit. Like if that was the case, I'd rather like we could have been cool at that point. You could have asked me some questions or something. Like, but you want to tag me because of certain things that I do, and all of a sudden you like these acts done to you. Like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Cause that was just bad ass shit crazy. But I don't know if he still get his, as Tank would say, his talent, his salad tossed now. I don't know. I would know. I wouldn't know. It's none of my business.
I think you're a little curious about if he's still getting that salad tossed.
That part.
Yeah. You might as well correct with that. You know you want to know.
I'm like, I really want to know. But it's none of my business. It's not. So, spite our own people acting a damn fool. We trying to come together. See, that's what's gonna happen. Anybody that's watching, half of y'all ain't gonna get the invites to the picnic. We ain't gonna invite y'all to no more outings. Y'all cannot come to the family barbecues. Y'all cannot come to the block parties because y'all just don't know how to act and be at peace with everything. Okay? So, with that being said, I'd like to go into interject into my favorite game of tea and hot chocolate. Hey, say tea and hot chocolate. Tea and hot chocolate. Say Wednesday tea and hot chocolate. Tea and hot chocolate.
Well, I'm coffee. Tea and coffee instead.
Yes, come on, like tea that. And coffee. Wait, I'm invited. Who did? Come on, Libra. Hey, sis. Shout out to my sis, Libra. What's going on? I'm trying to see all y'all comments and stuff, child. I can barely see some of this stuff because it ain't showing no names. Hey, Libra. Hey, Pooh.
Libra said she wants to teach.
Hot chocolate.
Libra said she wants to teach. She said, fuck the hot chocolate.
Well, she wants to teach. She probably gonna get all of it. So... so the game of tea and hot chocolate. So I'm just gonna ask a few little questions, just a few little small few questions. If you feel like it's factual, it's legit, that it's hot popping tea is tea. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But if you feel like it's it's false, it's just it's a shitty mess.
Oh yeah, we can keep that hot chocolate then. That's not coffee. That's right. Okay. I see where we're going. All right.
You should know. Right. Then it's hot chocolate, so
I've seen these past tea and hot chocolate games, and I don't know what you about to pull out your bag.
That's okay. Just listen. When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That part. Now, first question. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I think we need a shot for this portion.
So I'm gonna start off with an easy one, and then we're gonna insert to everything else.
All right.
So tea or hot chocolate? Within this time and in this generation and the direction that music is headed, do y'all ever think that music will really begin to mean something eventually? Yeah,
Let's see.
You think so?
I
I'm gonna say hot chocolate because music is a shitty mess.
No,
I think so.
I think we're at the age where we are phasing out of the younger people, and we need to change our genres because our parents said the same stuff about our music. It was trash. It was garbage. But I'm old school, baby. I'm young, but I'm old school.
Okay.
So I listened to the music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s when I was a wee one. Mm-hmm. So music was still meaning stuff because at the same time you had NWA saying "fuck the police." Mm-hmm. Public Enemy was saying, fight the power.
Fight the power, right?
So I mean, there's always gonna be two. The music is an instrument; it transports you. So if you find music that you don't resonate with, then you go find some more music.
So that means you listen to mumble rap.
Right. We still have music that means stuff.
Who?
People just not
so who out today? I'm talking about right now. Who out today music means something?
I feel like a lot of the music is listen to each
their own. Kendrick Lamar.
It's each their own.
J. Cole, who is making meaningful music. You have what's the guy I just got into? The African guy, Toby. He's dope. All his music has a meaning. So yes.
So
right now,
right?
You get
so those artists compared to the majority of the music that's out.
But that was his question.
I feel like the music is ratchet, but hey, it's their own. But it's a different generation because I grew up on old school music. So hey, maybe they can relate to it. But me,
why is music ratchet?
I said some of it.
Why? No, let's not. But why do you feel like
next
music is ratchet?
Because we too busy out here doing the WAP. Next question is seeing hot chocolate. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. Wait, what Libra? What you say? Oh, she laughed at me because I said mumble rap, girl. Because everybody listen to mumble rap. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for it. I ain't doing that. No mumble rap. Next question, right? Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Y'all had y'all shots, y'all sips.
What she did?
I had a sip.
Tea or hot chocolate?
That's more than a sip.
So we already know about the little diversity and separation between gay males and gay females and things of that nature, right?
Right.
So do you think moving forward, will we become more as a unit and very supportive of one another?
T, will we become more supportive? T.
I think
we started out that way.
Yeah. It's just taking a little time.
I'm gonna stay prayerful.
I think the disconnect now is I'm gonna take it back to we are losing that sense of community. It is not just the village in New York and San Francisco, and you know what I'm saying. Now we have the internet, and it's the village in New York and San Francisco and Atlanta and Wyoming, and it's like, well, wait a minute, but we all us. We all fighting the oppression of heteronormative standards. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're still us. So now we have to figure out how to bridge that gap between, the smaller communities and a larger community.
Exactly. So I'm with it. I'm here for it. Libra, what you say? I'm hopeful, but diet lifted. You know what? Libra, I'm not messing with you tonight, sister. I'm not messing with you. Okay. Last and final question of tea and hot chocolate. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. We got our seatbelts on. We good?
Shit.
All the way.
we about to hit some turbulence.
Probably about to hit a couple of turbulence. Maybe not.
Okay.
So tea and hot chocolate. We know that in this time, the way the world is today and the forwardization that it's moving in, and we know that, mainstream just not been that supportive of us, especially gay people. In any letter that you fall into, mainstream has not been very helpful. So with that being said, due to all the LGBTQIA plus community folks that we've all done something and created different platforms and businesses and things of that for each other and been able to kind of cross collaboration and kind of help one another and stuff like that. Do you see us as time go on actually elevate and be way more than what mainstream is now? Because we're kind of starting to take over.
That's hard to say because on the surface, my immediate thought is not in this lifetime. But I have been out for almost 20 years of being a queer person. And in that 20 years, a lot has changed. So it's hard to say. I want to say tea. I hope it's not hot chocolate. But you know what I'm saying? We're making waves. We're making strides. We're on TV now. We're at award shows, being ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Lil Nas X is the bomb. Frank Ocean is openly Frank Ocean.
I love Frank Ocean.
You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of even the white artists coming out as queer, bisexual, lesbian, whatever. And it's so this is something, you know, teenage me didn't get to see.
Right.
If there was a gay person on TV, it was girl, hey, let me tell you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was that kind of gay person. It was a sassy gay friend that only helps you shop and talk about your boyfriend.
Right.
It wasn't a lesbian like me on TV, like the mothers on The Shy. You didn't get to see a black lesbian couple. You didn't get to see a transgender man. What's that show he's on? The not he, but the black guy with the bald head.
Oh, I love him. He on 911 Lone Star. Child, he's sexy. If you watching, you can get it. Like, so, I just find him very handsome.
Teenage me didn't get to see, and I'm not that old. I'm not even 35 yet. So hopefully, it feel like we getting there. I know it seems slow, but I mean it's 2021. We just got legal rights to get married 6 years ago. Right. So I want us to be getting there. It seems like we're getting there. It's just a slow progression. So, T, you can put a little chocolate candy bar on the side, though.
Yeah.
I love chocolate. You want a little marshmallows or some Cocoa Puffs?
Right. That part.
Yes, honey, that's what I'm talking about, honey. Yes, we always got to figure out how to give innovation and motivation and dedication. You hear what I'm saying? Because that's what we do as people, especially strong people of color. Because that's you see us, we do it all. We do
everything. Yes,
everything. So with that being said, guys, this has been so amazing. I love you all. Thanks for everybody that tuned into the Facebook Live. Thanks everybody for if you're watching YouTube, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and also hit the notification bell every time that I upload a video or just kind of keep updates of what's going on. So I want to thank my Judies for this evening, Miss Coffee B and Miss Lyric Speaks. I want to thank y'all for coming on. Y'all got something y'all want to say to the people?
No. Hi, people. Bye, people. Thanks for
having us. So y'all know how I always end the show.
It's been
okay. Look, you will be back again. Trust.
Listen, I need about
y'all know how. You know what? Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right. But y'all know how I always do it. I always say, if you can't kiki with your Judies, then who can you kiki with? Yeah. Amazing. I love you all. Everyone have a good night and we'll chat again. Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.